All righty. Okay, so we are settling in this morning on our backs, again, with our head facing what would be the top of our mat. So take your time here. We just want to find a position where we can settle in and get comfortable for a few moments. And remember, there's no right or wrong here. So whether you want your legs extended, bent, you can even take what we call Supta Baddha Konasana, just letting the knees fall out if that's comfortable for you. But you want to be able to feel like you can completely relax here and that you're not going to be holding or gripping in any way. And if it's comfortable for you, please close your eyes. And we'll take a nice big breath in and really feel some expansion, feeling full, opening. And then as you exhale, release that and let the body soften back into the earth. So again, breathing in a nice, full, rich breath, filling every space you can. And then exhaling and just emptying everything out. And just take another breath or two in your own time. Inhaling to receive and open. Exhaling to soften and release. And just start to become aware of whatever is around you, any energy you might feel. What's present for you in this moment? We're not judging. We'll not should ourselves, saying we should be one way or the other. Just observe. Notice any sensations in the body. Noticing places that have a more vivid sensation, whatever that may be for you. And feeling any places that are soft and quiet. Begin to notice the breath. Just noticing its quality this morning. Does it start and stop anywhere? Does it have any rough edges? Is it smooth and even? We'll begin to lengthen the inhalation. And just taking that inhale a little bit deeper down into the belly, noticing what expands. And then as you exhale, extend the exhale a little bit as well. We'll come into a balanced breath this morning. 4-count inhale and a 4-count exhale. So you set the pace. Remembering we do not want to strain for the breath. You want this to feel more effortless rather than it should feel like we're working for it. And just keep going with your 4-count inhale, 4-count exhale for a few rounds. Evening the breath out. Let your body soften in. Relax the muscles in your face. Breathing in, breathing out. And as we take our last few rounds here, just a gentle reminder to listen to your own intuition throughout our practice today, making choices that are wise for your needs in each and every moment. And always remember that the option to choose not to do something is just as welcome as any other option. Use a visualization of just imagining yourself doing a pose or whatever movement we may be doing. So let's take 2 more rounds. When you come to the bottom of that last exhale, let your eyes slowly float open. You can keep the gaze just very soft out towards the ceiling. And one at a time, slowly draw each knee into your chest. Give yourself a gentle hug and just rock side to side along your back body. As if you were just giving yourself this little massage all along the spine. And then we're going to set the left foot down on the mat with the knee bent. We're going to cross the right ankle over the left knee and gently let the knee fall out. We're going to come into a very, very gentle reclining pigeon to start today. So keeping that right knee out, we're going to start to float the left foot up and send the arms through and just gently take a hold of the back of the left thigh. We're not pulling the leg in very far, just enough to just very easy start to feel some sensation in the right hip. And once you have that, take the left leg, the left knee, and we're going to just circle the left knee around. So we're making circles here a few times in one direction, and then switching and just making circles in the other direction. A little bit of warming up for the hips this morning. And then just come to stillness at center. Gently pull in maybe an inch or two. Not to the full range of motion, but just really feel a nice little sensation there in your right hip. Inhale your breath. And exhale, return the left foot to the floor and uncross your knee. Maybe just take a moment or two to notice the difference in sensation between the two hips. and we'll move on to the other side. Let's cross the left ankle over the right knee. Let the knee fall open naturally without forcing. Float the right foot up and just send the arms through and take a hold of the back of the right thigh. Come to that place where you just start to initiate some sensation in the left hip and begin to start to make your little circles with the right knee. Go ahead and switch direction. Find your still point at center, gently draw in maybe an inch, maybe 2. Take a nice big breath in, inhale. And exhale to release, right foot to the earth, unwind the legs. We're going to lift the hips and move the hips to one side or the other, it really doesn't matter. And then extend the legs and roll over onto your belly. So we're now facing the top of the mat on our belly. We're going to take our feet mat width distance, tops of the feet on the mat. Come to have the nose facing the mat. Take the hands right about the shoulder level, and we're going to move the hands out mat width distance this morning. Keep the gaze down at the floor. Allow the shoulders to drift away from your ears, and then gently draw the shoulder blades together. We're going to move in a wave-like motion for Cobra with our breath. On your inhale, begin to float the head, neck, and heart up. Gently lift the gaze. And exhale, peel it back down. Inhale to rise, lift. And exhale. Inhale, rise. Exhale, lower. 2 more times, wave-like motion. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. And exhale all the way down. Next time we're going to inhale up and press to our table. Move the knees in so they're underneath the hips. And we'll move the hands so that they're about shoulder width apart. Inhale the left leg back, extend it long. As you exhale, draw the leg out to the side as if you could pull your knee in to tap your elbow, the left elbow. Inhale, take the leg long. Exhale, knee to elbow. Inhale out. Exhale out to the side, knee. One more, inhale. Exhale, draw in. Inhale to take the leg long one last time, and when you exhale, just draw the knee back to the floor for table. Moving right on to the other side. Inhale the right leg out long. Exhale, draw the leg to the side, knee tap the back of the arm or the elbow. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, in. Inhale, extend. Exhale, knee to elbow. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Inhale to take the leg long. Exhale, draw the knee down to the floor to table. Tuck the toes under. Inhale, let the belly drop a bit, lift the gaze. Exhale, begin to float the knees, and we're going to just take a nice, juicy downward facing dog this morning. Keep those knees generously bent here. Press the top of the mat away. So if you're trying to push the mat away, begin to find some movement, whatever feels good here. Maybe dropping one heel in the other. It might feel good to just kind of sway side to side. Bend the knees deep, press back up. Whatever feels good here. We're just moving around Noticing what feels good in your body this morning as we start to lengthen the back side of our body. You might feel some sensation underneath the arms as we lengthen out. Again, just notice what you're feeling here. So just nice and juicy and just letting the body find whatever movement just feels good. Eventually, we'll all just take a big breath in and exhale. Just settle into whatever downward dog feels good today, whether the knees stay bent or whether we straighten them out a little bit. Letting the heels melt to the floor. Take a big breath in here. Exhale, let it all go. Inhale, lift up onto the tiptoes. And exhale, bend the knees, come back into tabletop. Inhale, extend the right leg long. Exhale, draw that knee in towards the elbow. Hold here for one breath. Inhale. And as you exhale, bring the foot forward. Give it a little help if you need to, and place the foot between the hands. We're going to inhale. We're going to lift our heart, sink the hips down. Exhale, begin to take the hips back and straighten a bit into the front leg, peeling the toes up, back towards your heart. Back and forth with breath. Inhale, glide forward. Exhale. Inhale, bring it forward, sink the hips. Exhale, bring it back, bending out over that front leg. One more, inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bring the hands forward. If the back toes are not already tucked, please tuck them and lift the back knee. Rising up to a crescent warrior. So we want to feel stable in our feet, our foundation. On your inhale, rise up. Woo, bring the arms up. As you exhale, settle in, finding a crescent lunge here. Just maybe a peek down, making sure the knee is just in line with the front foot. Soften the shoulders away from the ears. Take a nice big breath in here, reach. As you exhale, turn the heart to the right and float the arms front to back. Left arm front, right arm back. Take a twist. Hold for a breath. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, just reach the left arm up. Exhale, stay in the twist and lower that left hand down to the floor, coming into a lunge twist, right arm reaching for the sky. As you breathe in, reach that arm up forward, bringing the bicep by the ear and lift up on the hips, press into that front foot, straightening the leg a bit. Exhale, bend back into the lunge, sweep the arm back behind you. Inhale, press up, reach out over the head. Exhale, bring it back down, reach behind you. Inhale, up and over. Exhale, down. This time, inhale, up and over. Exhale, turn the heart and gaze to the floor. Bring the right hand back, both hands on either side of your right foot. Step back to downward facing dog. Inhale your breath. Exhale. Inhale forward, come into a high plank push-up position. Exhale, drop the knees and untuck the toes. Lower to your belly. Feet mat with distance, hands mat with distance, shoulder level. Inhale, flowing cobra here. Inhale up. Exhale down. Again, inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale, press through table, tuck the toes, and lift back up, downward facing dog. Inhale your breath. Exhale, let it out. Inhale, lift up onto the tiptoes. Exhale, drop the knees, come back into tabletop. On your next inhale, left leg extends back long. Exhale, draw that knee in towards your elbow. Hold for an inhale. Exhale, bring the foot forward. Give it a little help. Foot in between the hands. Let's inhale, lift the heart, sink those hips. Exhale, hips sink back, toes peel up towards you. Lean out over that leg. Inhale, bring it forward, lift your heart. Exhale, sink it back. Inhale. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, bring it forward. Plant the hands, tuck the back toes, and lift the back knee. Find your stability. Excuse me. On your inhale, rise up and find your crescent lunge. As you exhale, we settle in, softening the shoulders away from the ears, reaching with the fingers. Keep your jaw soft. Inhale the breath and exhale. Inhale. Exhale, take the twist. Right arm front, left arm back. Staying for a breath in our twist, reaching, inhale and exhale. Next inhale, right arm just reaches up to the sky. Exhale, floating down, letting the right hand find the ground, staying in the twist, high lunge twist, reach that left arm up. Wonderful. As we inhale next, we're pressing into that front foot, lifting the hips up and reaching the left arm forward. Exhale, bend back into that front knee and reach back. Inhale up and over. Exhale, take it back. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up and over. Exhale, turn the torso and the gaze toward the floor. Both hands plant. Step back. Downward facing dog. Inhale your breath. Exhale, melt the heart towards the thighs. Inhale, glide forward, find a push-up position, and exhale, drop your knees. All the way down, coming to the earth. Feet mat width distance, hands level, shoulders mat width distance, peeling up. Inhale. Exhale, peel it down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Press through table. Bring the big toes towards one another. Sink the hips back. Child's pose. Keep the arms long out in front of you. Gaze at the floor. Take a big breath in. Fill your back body with breath. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, back of the lungs, back of the heart, open, expand. And exhale, let it go. Notice how you're feeling. Has the energy started to move some in the body? We're going to bring the gaze so that the forehead is a couple inches up off the floor, but we're keeping the gaze down. Inhale the breath and exhale. Walk your hands out to the right, maybe off the mat. And if you'd like, maybe stack the left hand on top of the right. Little side bend in our child's pose. Now focusing your breath into the left side of your body, the left rib cage. The left waist, breathe in, and exhale, let it go. Another breath or two here. As you take your next inhale, walk your hands back into the center of your mat. And on your exhale, just take it out the other way. Going off the mat to the left-hand side, leaving your hands as they are, or if you'd like, you can maybe stack that right hand on top of the left. Again, keeping the gaze down towards the floor, focusing the breath now through the right side waist and the right rib cage. A nice, full, rich, deep inhale. Exhaling completely. Feel the softening. Notice the space you're creating through the breath. Taking a breath in, we'll come back to center and just let yourself soften on the exhale. Next breath in, go ahead and come up to tabletop. We're going to draw the right knee forward up towards the back of the right wrist. And we're going to move the left foot out toward, the right foot out towards the left. Bend the left leg back and come to seat. We're going to sit in what's called a deer pose. So that left hip might be very far off the floor. Don't worry about that. That's fine. In fact, if you need to support yourself on the right hand, that's fine as well. So we're just coming in, and again, the knees can be whatever position feels most comfortable for you. We're going to turn the heart towards the top of the mat. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, just walk your hands out, and we're taking the left arm and we're reaching it out over that right corner of the mat. You can rest the fingertips on the floor and just kind of wiggle, walk the fingers out. Taking this twist here. Breathe in and breathe out. As we inhale, we're bringing the hand up, coming through center. Take the hands behind you, lift the knees, and transfer them so that now you're deer facing the back of the mat, reaching the right arm out and over to what would be the left back corner of your mat. Reach. Breathe here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do that again on each side, and you can take this supported version with the hands, or again, neither one is better than the other, just an option. Everyone come to center, switch the legs back to the front of the mat, and either use the supported version that we just did, or bring the hands to the heart, turn towards the front of the mat and lean forward and hover. Again, hands down and reach, or hover. Take a breath in and exhale. Now, if you've got the hovering, we're going to try to transfer back to the back of the mat without putting our hands down. So we're going to inhale, see if we can get those knees up and over, turn towards the back of the mat, twist and hover, or again, reach and support with the hands. Your choice. Inhale the breath. And exhale. Inhale, come back to center. Everyone's going to meet with their knees in front of them. You can keep the hands behind you for one moment. Take the right knee and bring the foot over towards the left hip and cross the left leg over. So again, this can look really loose. It can even if it doesn't cross over, you can have the leg just in front of you. But we're going to hug that left knee with the right arm. Feeling a little opening in the left hip. Inhale, sit up. Exhale, take a twist to the left. And then inhale that left arm all the way up. And exhale, hold on to that knee and take a little side bend out to the right. You can keep your gaze in line with the heart, or maybe even turn the head gently up towards the sky. Be very mindful of how your neck feels here. And notice where you might find some opening with the breath. Inhaling and exhaling here. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, turn the heart back towards the top of your mat and lean into that right hip. The left hip's going to lift way up off the ground. Both hands are at the front of the mat. And we're going to press into that outer side of the right leg, lift up, and reset our feet into a gentle warrior one here pose. So you have your left foot front, your right foot back. Front knee is bent a bit. We're gazing down at the floor. Inhale, begin to float the fingers up to airplane arms, come about halfway up. We're going to inhale the breath, send the weight into the left foot, and float the right leg up. Coming into warrior three. We're only here for a moment. Inhale the breath. Exhale, float that right foot back down, drop the heel. Inhale. Front knee stays gently bent. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, let the arms just float out and open. Keep that heart and gaze lifted to the sky. Inhale, bring the arms back up. Exhale, float forward, straightening a bit into the front knee and dome over that front leg. Again, you can keep a slight bend in the knee if you'd like. We're just looking for some sensation along the back of that front leg. Let the head dangle here. Taking a breath or two here. And we're inhaling forward enough that we can keep the right hand underneath the right shoulder. So bend that knee as far as you need to. And then on the inhale, peel the left arm open and take a twist to the left, revolving. And again, the knee can stay a little bit bent or straight. Again, looking for that sensation in the outer hip here. Take a breath in and exhale, float the hand back down. Come up onto the toes of the back foot and drop the knee down. Place the hands on the floor, bend that left knee, bring it up towards the back of the left wrist. Turn the left foot out to the right, bend the right knee back and sit back into deer. Now we're facing the other way. Doing the same thing here, choosing which option you would like. So first turning towards the top of the mat, inhale, exhale, reaching that right hand out and over towards the left corner of the mat. Taking a breath here, inhale through center, switching the knees, coming to the back of the mat, reaching out and over. Now it would be the right back corner of the mat. Doing that again, or taking the option to float the hands, hands free. Inhale, come up through center, switch the legs. If you're taking the hands-free option, hands to heart, lean forward. Inhale and exhale. To the back of the mat, inhale, take it all the way back and over. Lean forward or reach, your choice. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, coming to the center of the mat, release the hands. This time the left leg will tuck the left foot over towards the right hip and take the right leg either across or just in front, just like you did on the other side, hugging that right knee with the left arm. Inhale your breath and exhale, gently twist out to the right. Next breath in, float the right arm up. Exhale, side bend it out over to the left. It's fine if that right hip lifts up off the ground. Take a few breaths here. Notice where you feel your breath going. Keep the jaw soft. Inhale, rise the arm up. Exhale, release, turning, twisting back towards the top of the mat, planting the hands down. Pressing into the outer left leg, going ahead and unwinding and resetting ourselves. Each foot has its own lane, right foot in front, left foot in back. Keep that front knee bent gently over the right ankle and inhale, float the arms to airplane arms, weight into that right foot and maybe float the left foot up. Warrior 3 here, keep a gaze down at the floor. Find your drishti, a spot to rest your gaze. Take a breath in. And exhale, bend that front knee, float the left foot down, drop the heel. Inhale, float the arms up. Exhale, really open the heart and the gaze up. Float the arms down, open. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, fold over. Let the head and neck release fully. Again, straightening the leg only as far as feels good. You may want to think about that right hip crease, drawing it back maybe an inch. Notice if that makes any difference for you. Take a couple breaths, slow and easy. And then as we inhale, we lengthen our spine and we're placing the left hand on the ground. Again, bend that knee as much as you need to. Really important here just to keep that long line of spine rather than doming over, keeping the length. When you're ready, let your inhale twist you open to the right arm floating up to the sky. Revolve. How's the jaw? Keep it soft, keep the breath going. Take a breath in and exhale. Return the right hand to the ground. Hands sit surrounding that front foot. Lift the back heel, come up onto the toes, breathe in and exhale, drop the knee. Good. We're going to bring that right knee back. This time the right knee's coming again up behind the right wrist. Moving the right foot out a couple inches to the left. Tuck the back toes, walk the knee back just a little bit. Notice we have a lot of space between the hips and the ground here. We're going to stay like this with the hands floating on the ground. What I'd like for you to try to do here is to think about engaging the legs, pressing the legs into the earth. So you may really feel this engagement in the inner thighs, a little bit in the hips. Stay here supported on the fingers, or maybe begin to lift, float the fingers, coming up, bringing hands to heart. Holding yourself here, really engaging the lower body, the legs, the inner thigh, adductor muscles. Hands stay at the heart, or if you'd like, take the option to bring the hands back behind you, interlace your hands. Reach the knuckles, inhale, draw the shoulder blades back, knuckles reach for the floor behind you. Gently lift the heart and lift the gaze. Find ease in the breath as best you can here. One more breath. Exhale, release, bring the hands back to the floor. Draw that right knee all the way across the mat to the left edge of your mat so you're resting on your right hip. Keep the leg at about a 90-degree angle to the top of, or to the side of your mat. Bring the left leg on top. Take the right arm, thread it underneath the left, and come down to your right shoulder. Take the left arm, reach it out in front of you, and on an inhale, sweep the arm all the way up, around, and open out into a twist. Let yourself relax back here. Take some breaths here. Allow the shoulders to open. Really feeling as though this can be effortless pose here. Gravity itself just doing the work here to hold you back. Maybe notice if you can feel your heart beating, the quality of your breath. So we're just going to reverse our journey here. As you inhale, that left arm is going to sweep all the way up and over. It's going to come to rest right by your face. And as you inhale, press up, bring both hands to the mat, lift the hips and sweep the knees back into a tabletop position. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to do that on the other side. So this time we're bringing the left knee just up behind the left wrist, turning the left foot out maybe a couple inches, and we're wiggle walking the right knee back just a few inches. Again, creating this space between the earth and the lower hips here. Stay forward, support yourself on your fingers. Begin to engage the legs so that you can feel like you're pressing the earth away a little bit. You may notice you feel an upward feeling of energy in that lower belly as we press in. And then if you'd like, begin to float the fingers off the floor, lifting the heart, bringing the hands to heart center. And again, the option to stay here or bring the hands back behind you, interlace those fingers, draw the shoulder blades towards one another, reach the knuckles for the floor back behind you. Big inhale here to lift the heart, lift the gaze. Keep the jaw soft, relax the throat. Releasing anytime you feel you need to, otherwise, hang in there for a couple breaths. One more inhale. Wherever you are, exhale. Everyone's going to meet with the hands back on the earth. Okay, let's take that left knee and move it across the mat to come to the right side of the mat and lower onto the left hip. Draw the right knee up and stack the knees on top of one another. Take that left hand and thread it underneath and through the right arm. Lower the left shoulder to the ground. Take the right arm out in front of you and inhale, sweep it all the way up around the head and open and find your twist on this side. It's really important here to gauge the sensation in your neck. And if this is in any way uncomfortable, you can keep the gaze up towards the sky or even in the same direction as your knees. So you use your own intuition here, your discernment, your inner teacher. So just focus on relaxing back every inhale, maybe find a little opening and expansion. And every exhale, just allow yourself to surrender back. My knees aren't perfectly stacked on top of one another. The right knee is pulling back a little bit, even floating a little bit. That's okay. Allow your body to find its own position here that feels good in the body. We don't want to be forcing anything here. So if we were in person, and hopefully we will be soon out under our tree where we love to practice, I would look around and I would expect that everyone might look a little bit different here. And that's a good thing. Each one of us uniquely wonderful and beautiful in this moment. So let's go ahead and reverse our journey here. On your next inhale, take that right arm and just sweep it up and over, rolling back onto the left side, plant the hand, press yourself up, bring the left hand to the mat as well. And we're just gonna go ahead and lift the hips and sweep the knees back. Let's take a couple cat-cows here. Let's inhale the breath. And exhale, round into some cow. Draw the solar plexus up and in towards the spine, chin to chest. Inhale. And exhale. Gentle movement following your breath. We'll just take a couple more here. Alrighty, let's go ahead and come to seated, facing the top of the mat. And let's take the legs so that the feet are just off the outside of our mat. Not super wide leg. Now sometimes it's really helpful here to sit up on a blanket or a block of a prop if that would feel better for you. If you're sitting up on the blanket, you want to just come about right to the edge of the blanket. It helps our pelvis tilt forward, keeping the natural curve in our spine. We're just going to take a simple forward fold here. Keep the legs gently straight and a gentle flex of the toes. Not fully, but maybe about halfway, 50%. Inhale your breath, sitting tall. Exhale, begin to move the navel forward, bring the sacrum forward. Support yourself on the hands here, coming forward just as far as you start to feel sensation in the back of the legs. Remember, it's okay to have a slight bend in the knees here. Keep the gaze down at the floor so that you have the sensation that the neck is in line with the spine. Spend a few moments in breath here. Gentle flexion of the feet, toes pulling back. Keeping the jaw nice and soft. The gaze is soft. Relax your shoulders. Slow and even breath. We're going to back out of this nice and slowly, using your hands to support you on the inhale. Let your hands press into the floor to help return you back to seated. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and come off the prop if you have one. Let the feet come to the mat and just scooch the bottom forward a little bit. And we're just going to take a nice roll back onto the back. So your choice if you want to hold on and dome into the back. If you want to reach the hands and make it more core work, go right ahead. Your choice. Do what suits you best in this moment, what you need from your practice today. But we'll all meet together on our backs. We're going to go ahead and we're going to bring the knees into the chest one more time like we did at the beginning of our practice, and we're just going to rock side to side. And again, just notice the back body here, how it feels. If circling the knees would feel good to kind of focus a little more attention into the low back and around your sacrum, go right ahead. Just circling in each direction a couple times. And then go ahead and come to stillness at center. We're going to take a happy baby. So grabbing onto the back of the thighs, we're going to move the thighs to the outside of the rib cage. Flex the feet and float the bottoms of the feet so that the soles of your feet face the sky. Either stay with the hands on the back of the thighs, drawing the knees towards the earth, or if it's available, you can reach up and grab the baby toe edge of your feet. Again, drawing the knees down towards the outer rib cage. And we can always rock side to side here. All righty, let's go ahead and bring those knees in for another hug. Inhale your breath. And exhale, drop the feet to the floor, knees bent, and let the knees fall open. Soles of the feet come together. So this is, again, a place where you use your own intuition and your best discernment as to how close you want your feet up towards the hips or away from them. Or maybe you even need some support under the back of the thighs with some blankets or a block. And if this is not comfortable at all, just keep the knees bent, let them knock in towards one another. So wherever you are, close your eyes, please. And come to let your hands rest on either side of your low abdomen. We're just going to come into another pranayama or breath practice before we ease ourselves into Shavasana. So starting with a 4 count, inhale. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, 1, 2. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, 1, 2. Inhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause, 1, 2. Inhale again for a 4 count. Use a count that works for you, staying with inhale 4 and exhale for 5. Pause for 2 at the end of the exhale. If that feels like it's too much, back off. Keep the pause shorter or go back to a 4-4 count. Inhaling, 4 count. Exhaling, 5 count. Now, if that feels good and you'd like to try a little more, inhale for 4. Exhale for 6. Pause for 2, and then inhale again for 4. Exhaling 6. Again, if that's in any way uncomfortable, back down to 5 or 4 for the exhale. So I'll have you stay with whatever's comfortable here for a few more rounds. Even taking that exhale to 7 if that would feel good for you. Again, use your own best judgment here. So when you begin your next round for an inhale for ask you to bring the exhale back down to 4 as well. And we'll spend the last few rounds with an inhale for 4, an exhale for 4, and the pause of 2. After you complete your next round, ending on the exhale, release the breath work and just let your breath flow naturally. Use your hands if you're in Supta Baddha Konasana with the knees wide. Just use your hands on the outer thighs to gently bring the knees back up. Separate the feet enough so that you can knock your knees towards one another. And then go ahead and extend the legs long on the mat. Coming into our Shavasana today. Take the arms out long by your sides. Just let the arms roll open. If there's any kind of propping you like for your Shavasana, putting something under the knees or under the head, or maybe even draping a blanket across your belly, make yourself nice and comfy here. So once you've arrived into your Shavasana pose, let's collectively together take a nice big breath in, full big breath all the way. And then exhale and empty out and soften back down onto the ground. Bring the attention to the middle of the forehead and soften all the muscles in the forehead. Relax the corners of your eyes. And let your eyes themselves rest back away from your eyelids. Soften your cheeks and relax your jaw. Feel the weight of your skull on the back on the floor. Soften the collarbones. Allow your shoulders to melt open and back. Feeling any tension drain down the arms into the palms and out through the fingers. Arms are heavy. Feel the back body, the back of the shoulder blades on the earth, the back of the rib cage. Relax your belly. All the internal organs softening and relaxing. Notice the back of the pelvis and the sacrum on the earth. And release any tension or gripping in the hips. And allow all of that to drain down your thighs, over your knees, into your shins and your calves, through the ankles into the feet and out your toes. The entire body resting heavy on the earth as the earth seemingly rises up to hold and support you. So you can completely let go and just be and rest in Shavasana. Gently and slowly begin to draw the attention back onto your breath. Take a nice, beautiful, rich, full inhale. Part the lips and let the breath flow out. Exhale. Again, taking as many deep breaths here as you need to invite some movement into the body. Gentle, easeful movement. Slowly letting the movements increase to where you can begin to draw one knee up and then the other. Maybe giving yourself a little hug here before rolling over onto your right side. Resting gently there. With the eyes still closed, take a moment and just scan your body. Noticing sensations, both physical and energetic. Notice your state of being and what you cultivated yourself in your practice today. And when you're ready, please press yourself back up and find a comfortable seat. And once you arrive in your seat, please draw your hands in front of your heart. We'll close the eyes and together once more, we'll seal the practice today with a breath. Let's all inhale. Open the mouth and exhale and let everything go. Let's bring our fingertips to our forehead so that we may have peaceful thoughts. To our mouth for kind words. To our heart for loving action. And from my heart to you, are so very grateful to all of you, each and every one of you, for your presence and your practice. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me this morning. The love and light in me sees and honors the beautiful love and light in each of you. Namaste. Thank you so much, everyone.